The Sony A7V is rapidly becoming one of the most anticipated full-frame hybrid cameras in recent years. Not only because of what Sony has already achieved with the A7 series, but because of the unusual timing, leaks, and quiet structural changes inside Sony's imaging division that suggest the A7V is going to be the company's most aggressive response to Canon, Nikon, and Panasonic in the 2025 to 2026 mirrorless battlefield. For months, industry insiders have been reporting that Sony was working on a new sensor platform that sits between the A7 IV and A1, offering the speed of a stacked sensor but at a more accessible price point, which instantly turned the A7V into a central topic across photography forums, rumor sites, and YouTube camera channels. What makes this camera particularly fascinating is the shift in release pattern. Traditionally, Sony drops major A7 series announcements in October or mid-November, but multiple sources claim the A7V is targeting an early December reveal, a move that completely breaks Sony's usual launch cycle and strongly implies that Sony wants to position the A7V directly against Canon's R6 Mark III, which itself shocked the industry with an aggressive set of hybrid upgrades. Early December is a strategic moment, far enough from Black Friday to avoid supply chaos, yet close enough to the holiday season to generate maximum buyer urgency. Sources also suggest Sony wants to ship the first batch before Christmas, meaning many creators who pre-order immediately may actually receive their cameras in late December instead of the following year, something Sony has never done in this product class. The sensor architecture is where things get even more intense, because rumors strongly indicate a 33-megapixel stacked full-frame sensor, offering drastically faster readout speeds, reduced rolling shutter, improved burst capabilities, better thermal handling, and unmatched autofocus accuracy in this price range. By using lower resolution than the A1's 50MP sensor, Sony can achieve even faster data throughput, meaning the A7V might outperform the A1 in autofocus calculations per second, potentially reaching numbers above 120 f calculations per second with new AI-powered subject tracking similar to the ZV-1 and A7R V but more advanced. Autofocus is expected to be Sony's biggest upgrade, leveraging a new AI engine dedicated to human, animal, vehicle, and object detection with advanced deep learning models specifically trained for erratic motion. Creators are expecting the A7V to introduce pre-capture buffer features, letting users record frames before pressing the shutter, something already teased in earlier alpha test firmware. For burst shooting, leaks suggest the A7V could exceed the A7 IV's 10 FPS mechanical limit and reach 12 FPS or even 15 FPS, while electronic burst could potentially hit 30 FPS with minimal rolling shutter thanks to the stacked sensor. Video capabilities are expected to be an even bigger leap because Sony is rumored to include oversampled 4K 60 from the full width of the sensor, 4K 120 with minimal crop, improved heat dissipation, and possibly 10-bit 4:2 internal recording with S-Cinetone, S-Log3, and a new color pipeline borrowed from Sony's Cinema line. Some sources even suggest that Sony may introduce the first consumer-level S-Log Mirage, an internal optimized profile designed to reduce noise in low light and improve color accuracy without requiring aggressive external color grading. Canon has dominated 4120p in recent launches, but Sony intends to surpass this with cleaner detail, smoother motion, and better autofocus consistency at high frame rates. The A7V's rumored IBIS upgrade is another major highlight, with early whispers pointing to 8 stops of stabilization, a dramatic improvement over the A7 IV and clearly intended to challenge Canon's class-leading stabilization. Pairing Sony IBIS with lens-based OSS and digital active stabilization could make the A7V one of the smoothest hybrid video cameras for handheld creators, travel filmmakers, and wedding shooters. On the design side, leaked front plate images confirm that the A7V shares the body architecture of the A7R V, including the more durable grip, enhanced balance, and better heat flow channels. However, something surprising stood out. Sony removed the C5 custom button from the front of the mount, a button previously associated with pre-shoot controls. This likely means Sony is reorganizing the control layout for a cleaner, more efficient workflow, or moving important functions into touch-based menus on the A7V's new, more responsive articulating display. The A7V is expected to receive a notable upgrade, potentially hitting 5.76 million dots with higher brightness and improved optical clarity, making it easier for hybrid shooters to track movement, judge exposure, and preview color profiles in bright environments. Connectivity is another major area of change. Sony is expected to introduce a new high-speed wireless architecture for faster file transfers, better USB-C 3.2 performance, and improved mobile tethering for live streaming and remote monitoring. Many creators have been demanding a more dependable wireless video pipeline for use with Sony's Monitor app, and Sony appears to be listening. Battery efficiency should also improve, thanks to the combination of the stacked sensor's energy optimizations and the new high-driven processor that dynamically adjusts power usage depending on whether users are shooting stills, high frame rate video, or long-form recording. As for overheating, Sony has studied Canon's missteps closely, and insiders believe the A7V will include an advanced multi-layer internal heat pathway similar to the A7R V solution, enabling long 4K 60 and even 4K 120 recording without shutting down under normal conditions. When compared directly to the Canon R6 Mark III, the A7V appears to target clear advantages: higher resolution at 33MP versus Canon's 24MP, faster readout via stacked sensor versus Canon's non-stacked design, more stable autofocus in low-light and motion-heavy scenarios thanks to Sony's dedicated AI processor, and a more future-proof lens ecosystem that avoids the ongoing RF lens controversies affecting Canon users. Pricing is expected to land between $2,599 and $2,899 USD, positioned carefully to undercut the A7R V while staying competitive with Canon's pricing. This strategy fits Sony's larger goal of offering maximum value in the hybrid mid-tier, giving creators a camera that comfortably replaces both the A7IV and parts of the A1E's feature set. Creators who already own Sony lenses will have zero compatibility risk and an easy transition into the A7V, making this camera one of the most appealing upgrades for wedding shooters, documentary filmmakers, travel vloggers, sports photographers, and hybrid content creators who need reliability and speed without stepping into flagship pricing. The A7V's rumored launch in early December will also allow Sony to dominate one of the most competitive tech periods of the year. Claim YouTube search interest with phrases like Sony A7V first look, Sony A7V versus Canon R6 Mark III, best hybrid full-frame 2025, and overshadow competing mirrorless launches from other brands. Overall, the Sony A7V is shaping up to be one of the strongest hybrid full-frame cameras Sony has ever released. Combining the affordability of the A7 series, the processing intelligence of Sony's cinema line, the speed of a stacked sensor, and the ergonomic refinements of the A7R V, whether Sony officially confirms it or not, the leaks already paint a picture of a camera that is designed to stay relevant for years, making it an ideal upgrade path for any shooter wanting a next-generation tool that delivers professional autofocus, high-quality 4K 120 video, powerful IBIS, improved thermal management, advanced AI capabilities, a redesigned control layout, superior AV, and a body built for demanding creators. The A7V is not just another A7 series update, it is the beginning of Sony's next hybrid era.